What's going on, everybody? Cody again today to bring you a new product company review video, and it's a stabilizer company called Ramrods. They're based out of California. Great group of gentlemen that own the company, and I think in the archery industry we need to support good people as well as better companies. We're going to start off with the Wraith Bar. This is their hunting lineup is what we're going to say. It's got a satin build right here, so it's kind of anti-glarish. On the end you have two different weight stacks. You have what they call a blender weight, and then you have your 2 ounces right here. What's cool about this company is you have a vibra core inner, so it gets rid of vibration. Then you have a metal core end. So the metal core is blended metal that is put at the distal end. So if you only want to run an ounce or so, you don't want to have a lot of weight on these bars, you can take this off and there's weight on this end. And that weight helps mitigate vibration and noise reduction as well. Come in a multitude of lengths. We carry the 8s all the way up to the 15s for that. Moving along, we're going to jump into the target lineup. This is the K2 V2. This is version 2 of the K2 rod, and it is a tapered design. You can see very slim and trim. Graphics and logo are sweet on this. At the price point for how stiff this bar is nice. They actually use a spine stiffness to rate these bars. This is a 122 bar. So to get an ideal feel for this bar, you're going to have anywhere from about 3 to 6 ounces on it. 6 to, I want to say 12 is for a very soft feel. So for someone that doesn't want to run a ton of weight on a bar, for someone getting into it, this is a sweet option. And then of course you have here their sidebar, and this is just a 12-inch bar, but the logos on them, I just got to show them off. They're freaking sweet. Moving along, this is their baby. This is the Vector. So there's another bar that we don't have featured. It's more of a recurve style bar. It's called the Ultra. And the Ultra and the next bar had a kid and created the Vector. This bar tapers down from this end being the thickest to this end being the smallest diameter. You have what they call metal core, or the Steve Weiler dampening, tungsten dampening system on this. That's 2 different options you can get. It's a little bit more, but this is actually blended tungsten in the end of it. It's 3 ounces you get from the factory. So for anyone that's wanting to run that 8 to 12 range on a front stabilizer, this is a sweet option. They offer the same in their sidebar. You still get the blended tungsten at the end if you choose the Steve Weiler edition, and it tapers down slightly from the proximal end to the distal end on this bar. Next, these are actually my personal bars. So I was looking for a company that offered a stiff and rigid bar, something I didn't want to feel any whip in whatsoever. And I have shot a lot of company bars. And what led me down the road to discovering Ramrods is actually a podcast by a guy named Leading Edge Archery, or the shop. His name's Scott. And I got to talking to Scott about this company, and he could not brag on these guys enough. But ultimately, called up Ramrods, spoke to one of the owners, and I was trying to figure out which bar I wanted to purchase from him. And I came out with a Matterhorn V2. This bar is stiff, fellas. It is a 67 spine. I've got a couple ounces on the front. I've got the additional 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 ounces on the front, and there's absolutely no whip in this bar whatsoever. It is phenomenal. The graphics on it look good. It's clean. It's kind of everything you want in a bar. And I got to mention, these are handmade by the owner, so the QC is unreal. Quality control is through the roof on these. Sidebar. I've got a lot of weight on this thing, and it still manages it. I actually put close to like 25 ounces on the front bar one day just to see if I could feel any whip out of it. This, hands down, is the stiffest bar I have ever tested between 4 to 5 companies. Check them out, extremeoutfitters.com. We'll see you soon.